Hi there and welcome to number 14 of our Reasons to Live in Spain. And number 14 is also in Asturias, but previously I talked about the whole of Asturias. This time I'm talking about the Picos de Europa. This is a spectacular mountain range that rises up behind the beach areas of Asturias, straight from the coast almost. Fantastic place, which is full of things to do, especially if you're into adventure sports or just wanting to see the sights. Now, I made a video while I was up in the Carres Gorge. That's a fantastic walk of 13 kilometres, which goes from Picos to Caen and goes down into Leon.
Now today, this introduction comes from a slightly different place. It might look to you at the moment that I've just got a wall behind me, but actually I'm on the Ruta del Carres, which is one of the nicest walks in the world, and I've just got past the first 3 kilometres. There's another 10 to go before I get to where I am. The first 3 were the most difficult, and that explains the sweating. This is one of those things that gives you such a good feeling of well-being, about feeling at one and feeling very happy with being in the world, despite the fact that your thighs, knees and ankles and possibly your toes are yelling out for a rest. You know you've got to finish it, and when you do finish it, it'll be well worth it, because then I have to go back and do the opposite direction, 13 kilometres the other way. That should be fun. Going through the tunnely bit now. Tunnely bit of the Carres Gorge is where they've cut into the rock, as you can see, because it goes over the top of my head as well. And they've had to cut through a little bit so that the whole rock face doesn't come down on them. Now, remember, this place was built about 100 years ago, and we're up here for a reason, because of the canal that goes along at the side of where we are now. But these tunnels, they give it a really nice touch as you're coming down there. Makes it feel a bit dangerous as well. Oh, the other thing is, the path's about 3 foot wide, so it really should look where I'm going, especially around this corner. Well, this is the new bit, because last year this bit collapsed and it went all the way down there, which, believe me, is a long way away. I just hope it didn't collapse when somebody was walking across it like this. Feels totally new in the foot. And if you look above, I guess some rocks came down onto this. Wow. I don't think you actually get to understand the majesty of this place until you actually come. Although videos probably help a little bit more than photos, I think. But this place is absolutely stunning. I've now gone further than I've ever been along the Carres Gorge, and I have to say I'm absolutely, totally and utterly impressed. Got about 45-50 minutes into Caen, and then I think I'll have something to eat. Another one of those tunnels, by the way. So that's one for the bucket list. I've done the whole Ruta de Carres, which I've never done for 25 years, and I turned back halfway that time because we left the car and we had to get back. So I've done the whole Ruta de Carres, and it's worth it. Look at the views around here.
However, there are so many other things to do in the Picos de Europa. We also look at Bulnes, which is a little village which used to be more cut off, but now has also got a funicular railway that goes up to it. That's been there since 2001 and has brought a new life to the village.
Now, 25 years ago I visited this town. It's called Bulnes, and it's a few kilometres up from Picos. But this is now easier, because very simply there's a funicular railway that comes up here, and you only have to walk the last few hundred metres. So there's more people around here, and there's a couple of bars which are probably better than the ones I went to 25 years ago, because you get coffee, and that's what I'm going to do now. Now, when I first came up to Bulnes 25 years ago, it was a bit depressed and it was a bit wet. but there was no railway to get up here. Now there's a little funicular railway, and so the place is full. It's full of tourists. It's all little cafes and albergues and restaurants, but at the same time it's still really nice, and around here the views are just fantastic. It's well worth coming up. The return is €21.90, but it's still worth it.
And you could also go to Fuente there to go on the cable car, or you could go up to the Lagos de Covadonga and the Covadonga Monastery, which is where the reconquest of Spain started many, many years ago. It's a brilliant place. It needs to be explored in its full majesty. There are even bears in the area, wolves, etc. It's a really live area, and you'll see eagles all over the place, mountain goats wherever you go. Brilliant place, fantastic food. Get yourself there. It's one of the 100 reasons to live in Spain. Don't miss it.